Hello everyone, welcome back to the course of electric network. Till last lecture, we discussed about transient analysis of first order and second order system when the input was DC. In this lecture, we will do some AC transient analysis, means the analysis of the system response when input is AC. Now, before moving to our topic, I would like to request you to please like, share, comment and subscribe to our channel. So, our today's topic is AC transient analysis. Right. Basically, AC transients are not much significant than DC. Why? Basically, there are 2-3 reasons. First, once the AC systems are designed for peak rated values, then operating that system at any value other than peak is by default safe. The second is, even though surge occurs in transient, it has the natural tendency to die out to zero, as it has the instantaneous energy for every half cycle is zero of energy. Let's see what is the nature of AC current and voltage. As we all know that this is our AC signal, right? If you consider that this has voltage, this has some current, like not exactly it will cross here, somewhere here. I have drawn this random signal basically. Since consider these points are the natural zero, whether it is current. If this is a current graph, then these points are the natural zero values of current, and for this these points are natural zero voltages. So if we able to introduce the transient as these moments, then obvious in the system there will be no transient. So these 3 reasons were the basic reason for which AC transient are not much significant. So let's start our AC analysis. Our first circuit will be series RL circuit, right? This is R, this is L, this is voltage source, and here it is a switch which is getting closed at t equal to 0. And since, as I already told, that this is AC analysis, so obvious the source will be AC. Let us say this is voltage source Vs. Let us say V source as Vm sin omega t. Let us say, see, in this circuit, as we discussed in our DC analysis, DC transient analysis, the switch was getting closed at t equal to 0, so we had studied the response of the current or the voltages in our RL circuit or RC circuit respectively after switch is getting closed. So, or the introduce or the transient is introduced. So after introduction of transient, the total response in the system was of containing 2 parts. The first part is, let us say if it is IT, then obvious, as was in our previous cases, that IT will have 2 parts. The one part will be steady state part, the second part will be transient part, right? Now in this case also there will be some steady state part and some transient part, right? So IT will be of the form of what? ISS plus ITR of T, isn't it? Which will be IT is equal to ISS part will be Vm by mod Z sine of omega t plus phi plus a e to the power minus of t by tau, right? In which this part is our and this part is our, this is steady state part, this is transient part. Now see, in this solution, what is phi, what is mod z? Since mod z will be nothing but the impedance, so our mod z will be root of r square plus omega l whole square. I am not getting in detail that why, how it come. Basically this is L, so obviously the XL will be j omega L and R will be same as it is, because this is frequency independent quantity. This quantity was dependent on frequency, that is why XL was j omega XL or I omega, whatever it is. Obviously there is complex part, so the complete impedance will be root over R square plus j omega whole square, and our phi will be what? Tan inverse of the complex part, sorry, the imaginary part divided by the real part, that is omega L by R. And also our time constant for the transient part will be what? L by R. Now see the figure. Since the switch is getting closed at time t equal to 0, so before closing the switch the current was 0. So for t is equal to 0, I was 0, right? So 0 is equal to, putting these values, time t equal to 0 in this, our it was 0, this will become sin omega t minus phi, that is Vm by mod z sin of phi plus a, as because e to the power 0 is 1. So from here, sorry, this will be minus phi because current lags the voltage in RL circuit, so it will be minus, so this will become minus, as sin minus phi is equal to minus sin phi. So a will become Vm by mod z sin phi. Now putting this value here, we will have the complete solution as it is equal to Vm by mod z sin of omega t minus phi plus a value, that is Vm by mod z sin phi e to the power minus t by tau. We know the value of tau, L by R. We know the value of phi, which is tan inverse of omega. We know the value of z, sorry, mod z, which is this. This is the complete solution of RL circuit in AC. Now if input is Vs is equal to Vm sin omega t plus theta, right? Okay, writing down it again for clarity, omega t plus theta, then our it will be Vm by mod z sin of omega t plus theta minus phi plus a e to the power minus t by tau. Once again, at t is equal to 0, I is equal to 0, so 0 is equal to Vm by mod z sin of theta minus phi plus a. So from here our a will become minus of Vm by mod z sin of theta minus phi. Now putting this value here, our it will become Vm by mod z sine of omega t plus theta minus phi minus Vm by mod z sine of theta minus phi. Right, this is the solution when our source voltage Vs is Vm sin omega t plus theta. Vm sin omega t plus theta. In general, basically for an RL circuit, if we plot the current and voltage waveform, we will have right, this is our voltage waveform and this will be our current waveform. Okay, because current lags the voltage in RL circuit. So this will be our phi, isn't it? Now see here, as I told earlier that these points are the natural 0 points for voltage and current collectively, and these points are the natural 0 current points, right? Instant. This is the natural 0 instant for current. So if I disturb or if I introduce the transient at these instances, then there will be no transient, right? So let us say that a circuit is like this. This is L, this is R, and this switch is getting closed at t is equal to t naught, not at t is equal to 0, and this is our voltage source. So to avoid the transient, what will be the value of t naught? Then t naught will be basically omega t naught is equal to phi, right? From here our t naught will be phi by omega, means the time instant at this, that is phi by omega, will be the instant when the switch is operated, will have no transient in this system. Or if the frequency is given, then replacing omega by f, we will have 2 pi f t naught is equal to phi. So in problem basically we will calculate phi and then we will equate it with this 2 pi f t naught is equal to phi, or we will calculate phi and we will equate it with omega t naught, and from there we will calculate t naught. Basically in AC transient this type of question is asked. Now our next circuit is series RC circuit. Okay, AC transient of RC circuit, right? Switch, this is R, this is C, our voltage source, and the switch is getting closed at t is equal to 0. This is our voltage source, this is R, and this is the current I which is flowing in this circuit. As I told earlier, our IT will be of the form of some steady state part and some transient part, right? So our IT will be of the form of Vm by mod z sine of omega t plus phi plus a e to the power minus t by tau. In this case we wrote omega t plus phi because in case of RC circuit, current leads the voltage. Obvious, once again our mod z will be nothing but root over r square plus the omega rc whole square, and our phi will be tan inverse of 1 by omega rc, isn't it? Sorry, this will be not there. Our mod z will be root over r square, that is real part, plus 1 by omega c square, the imaginary part. This will be our mod z, this will be our phi, right? Now at t is equal to 0, our I was 0, so putting this value here, we will have 0 is equal to Vm by mod z sine of omega t plus phi plus a. So from here a will be minus of Vm by mod z sine of phi. Putting this value here, we will have the complete solution as our it will be Vm by mod z sine of omega t plus phi minus Vm by mod z sine phi e to the power minus t by tau. Basically, I forgot to mention here what is the value of tau. Our time constant will be, what is that? Rc. Now, if our input supply, that is Vs, is Vm sine omega t plus theta, then our it will be Vm by mod z sine of omega t plus theta plus phi minus a to the power minus t by tau. Once again, at t is equal to 0, I is equal to 0, so 0 is equal to Vm by mod z sine of theta plus phi minus a, and from here our a will be Vm by mod z sine of theta plus phi. Now putting this value here, so we committed a mistake. Basically, from here obviously this will be plus the transient part, and from here our a will be minus. Now putting this value in this equation, we will have the complete solution as, what is that? Our it will be Vm by mod z sine of omega t plus theta plus phi minus of Vm by mod z sine of theta plus phi. This is the complete solution of RC circuit in AC transient analysis. One more time, e to the minus t by tau. Now this is our steady state part, and this is our ITR, that is transient part. One more thing we have to mention here, that is the input. Here we have considered input as sine wave. If input is expressed in cosine wave, then we should express the output also in cosine form. So this was the solution of RL and RC circuit when input is AC signal. Now we will see a problem which is asked in gate. A source is there, a switch is there, a resistor and inductor, and this switch is getting closed at t is equal to T naught. This is our AC signal, which is Vm sin omega t at frequency of 50 Hz. The value of resistance is 5 ohm and the value of inductance is 0.01 Henry. Now the question is, at what switching instant T naught the current in the circuit is free from transient. Now recall, just few minutes before we discussed that if this switch is getting operated at t equal to t naught, means this instant, then this instant is the natural zero instant. So at this moment if switch is operated, then there will be no transient in the system. So we have to calculate the time instant where phi will be equal to omega t naught, right? So to solve this question, what we have to do, we have to find phi. So from that formula we will have omega t naught is equal to phi, and phi is nothing but tan inverse of omega L by R, which is nothing but tan inverse 2 pi f. F is what? 50. L is what? 0.01. What is R? This is 5, which will be comes out 22.142 degree. And after converting in radians, we will have 0.561 rad. Now this is omega t naught, and from here our t naught will be 0.561 by omega, that is 2 pi f, which is nothing but 0.561 by 2 pi into, or simply saying 100 pi, because f is 50. After calculating this, we will have t naught as 1.736 milliseconds. Means if I operate the switch at time 1.736 milliseconds, then this system will have no transient. Let's take one more question. Just in previous question, if our Vs is changed to Vm sin omega t minus 20, right? Then what will be our t naught? Just in previous question, if the source voltage Vm sin omega t is getting changed from Vm sin omega t to Vm sin omega t minus 20, then what will be the switching instant t naught, for which there will be no transient? In that case, our omega t naught minus theta will be equal to phi, and from here our omega t naught will be what? Theta plus phi. So omega t naught is, omega is 2 pi into f. F is our 50. T naught is equal to theta. Theta is our 20 degree plus our phi is tan inverse omega L by R, isn't it? Now after calculating this, we will have T naught as 2.893 milliseconds. Means if the voltage source Vs is changed from Vm sin omega t to Vm sin omega t minus 20 degrees, then for having no transient in current response, our T naught must be equal to 2.893 milliseconds. Now we will do one more method, discuss one more method of analysis, which is the Laplace transformation, use of Laplace transformation in transient analysis. So for that, first of all, we have to see that how we can represent the electric elements like R, L and C in Laplace domain. So this is our Laplace domain representation of R, L and C. So in case of R, if it is a resistor and if it is a voltage across it and current I is flowing through it, then this is in time domain, then its Laplace transform, let us say this is R, this is our IT, this is our VT, this is Vs, that is the Laplace transform of Vt, that is Vs. So our Vs in Laplace domain will be Is into R, or Is will be Vs by R, right? In case of L, if it is IT, if it is Vt and this is L, then its Laplace transform will be represented as, this is Is, Vs and this is Ls. So our Vs will be Is into Ls, or our Is will be Vs by Sl, right? In case of C, if it is Vt, if it is It, this is C, then in Laplace domain this is Vs, this is I. These two functions are different. These two functions are different, right? Then this will be represented as 1 by Cs, and our Vs will be Is by Cs, or say Sc, or our Is will be Sc into Vs. Now these were the circuit representation of R, L, or equivalent representation of R and C in Laplace domain when there was no initial condition, means when there was no initial current through inductor or no initial voltage across capacitor. Now consider in case of initial condition, what will be the equivalent circuit in Laplace domain, right? So an inductor with an initial current already assumed in Laplace domain, let us say this is Is and this is Vs, and this inductor has a current of I0. Then always in time domain, see what was the equivalent circuit when this was our I0 and this was expressed as inductance L, and this was our IT and this was our Vt. In time domain, when we were discussing the DC transient, this was replaced by open circuit, but in AC transient analysis this will not be replaced by open circuit because this will have some impedance. So in Laplace domain this will get represented by, this will become Is, this will become Vs, this will be Sl, and this current source will be I naught by S, because this is the step value I naught. So the Laplace transform of a step is I naught by S. So from here our IS will be what? Apply node junction KCL here. Our IS will be Vs by SL plus I naught by S, and from here our Vs will be SL IS minus Li naught. So when we solve problems, we will replace the inductor having initial current by this circuit. This is our IS, this is our Vs, this will be minus plus. Be careful about the polarities. This is our IS and this will be SLO. So in Laplace domain, this inductor, when it was carrying a current of I naught in Laplace domain, if we transform the circuit, then this inductor will be replaced by this part, means a voltage source in series with a resistance. The value of this will be L I naught. From here, basically this is here, I drawn this circuit from this formula or with this expression, right? This is the voltage drop across SL, this is the voltage source or a voltage, and this is our voltage source, right? I think it will be better to strike it off, because already we have expressed in Laplace domain here, so it will be better sequence that in time domain then Laplace domain, right? Okay, now in case of a capacitor having some initial voltage, first we will do in time domain. Let us say this is our Vt plus or minus, this is our It, and this is our plus or minus V0 initial voltage, and this is C. Now if we replace it by its equivalent circuit, right, this is 1 by Cs, this will be our V0 by S, this will be our Is, and this will be Vs, right? Now recall, in case of DC analysis, the capacitor having initial voltage was replaced by a voltage source, and this part as short circuited, because in that case for DC the capacitor was acting at the transient state, the capacitor was acting like a short circuit, so that is why we were short circuiting this part. But in case of AC, there is some resistance or there is some reactance, so I represented here in series with this voltage. So from here our Vs will become Is by Cs plus V0 by S, and our Is will become CSVS minus CV0, right? So to solve a circuit, or to do the analysis of a circuit using Laplace transform, first of all we transform the circuit in Laplace domain, then we will take the inverse Laplace transform of that expression to get the response of that circuit in time domain. Now to understand it, let us consider a circuit, or consider an example. A dependent current source, a resistance here, and an inductor here. This is 1 ohm, this is half Henry, this is 2 ohm, and this is I by 4, and that I is what? This is our I. Now the question is, if I0 is equal to 10 ampere, then find the complete expression for t greater than 0, first in time domain, second Laplace domain. Basically, by using Laplace domain, we have to find the response both in both the condition in time domain basically. But in second case, we have to use the Laplace domain, just to show how we will use the Laplace transform in solving our problem. Now this is basically nothing but a source free first order RL circuit, which we have discussed earlier, or even we solved many problems on that. So for first case, which is the analysis in time domain, I'm not going to solve it. I'm just giving the solution. You just solve it on your own, and this will be the solution. I am interested in solving this by using Laplace transform, just to demonstrate how we will use the Laplace transform to solve our problems. Now to use the Laplace transformation to solve this circuit, what we have to do? We have to do the Laplace transform of this circuit. Now see, as we have seen just earlier, few minutes back, just to represent how to represent the inductor when they have initial current with inductor with initial current in Laplace domain. So we will replace that inductor by that equivalent circuit. This will be what? Is by 4. This will be nothing but simply 2. This is a resistor. Now this part, recall that inductor was represented by a voltage source along with inductance, which is SL. Here L value is half, so it is S by 2 ohm. Be careful about the polarities. This is plus and this is I wrote the opposite. This is minus and this is plus. Clear? This is our 1 ohm and this is our 2 ohm. Right? If it is Is by 4, this is total. Now this is Is as in question, the Laplace transform of this IT, this is Is. So this is I, so this is Is, and this is, if it is I by 4, this is Is by 4. Now this is Is, this is Is by 4, then obviously this will be 3 Is by 4, isn't it? If it is 3 Is by 4, now writing KVL in this loop, we will have not minus, this is 3 Is by 4, drop across this, plus drop across this, which is Is, plus this, minus, we forgot to mention the value of this. Since this is equal to what? When it is represented in Laplace domain, this value of this is what? Li naught. our L is half and I naught is what? 10. So it is 5. So now it will become minus 5 plus drop across this plus S by 2 into Is is equal to 0, and from here our Is will become 10 by S plus 5. Now this was the response in Laplace domain. Now to find the time response, we will take the inverse Laplace transform of this, and our it will be what? 10 e to the power minus 5 t. So we have seen how to use the Laplace transform to solve our electrical problems. We had some circuit, we had a circuit, we had initial condition, then we transformed this in equivalent circuit in Laplace domain, and we solved in Laplace domain for current, and then we took the Laplace inverse transform of that response to get the response in time domain. Take one more example just to get the clarity. The question is, a switch is there, a resistor is there, a switch is there, a resistor is there, an inductor and a capacitor, a voltage source. This is our half farad, this is 1 Henry, and this is 2 ohm. The switch is getting closed at t is equal to 0, and this is our 50 volts, and the current is I. So in Laplace domain, what it will be circuit? The circuit will be, this is inductor, this will be an now the Laplace transform of this is 50 by S, this will be R, this will be S, because SL, L value is 1, and this will become 1 by CS, which is nothing but 1 by 2 into S, which will be nothing but 2 by S, and this will be Is in Laplace domain. So our Is will be nothing but the voltage divided by resistance, or say impedance, R plus S plus 2 by S. Right? Now after solving it, our Is will be nothing but S square plus 2S plus 2, which is nothing, can be represented by 50 by S plus 1 whole square plus 1 curve square. Now this is the current response, current expression in Laplace domain. Now taking its inverse Laplace transform, our it will become 50 e to the power minus t sin t. This is the time expression for current response. Clear? Let us take one more example, which is nothing but a parallel RLC circuit. Consider this circuit. This is R, this is L, and this is C. Our C value is 1 farad, L is 1 Henry, and R is half ohm, and this is a current source which is 2 ut. Right? Now the question is, find the voltage expression. Now our first step is what? Transform this circuit in Laplace domain. In Laplace domain, how it will be look like? this will be like this. This will be same as it is. This 1 Henry will be represented by S into 1 Ls. L value is 1, so it is S. C value is 1, so it is 1 by Cs. And this V will be represented as Vs, since the Laplace transform of ut is 1 by S. So this is the Laplace representation. Now if I apply KCL here in this node, what we will have? We will have 2 by S is equal to Vs by 1 by 2 plus Vs by S plus Vs by 1 by S, which is nothing but 2 Vs plus Vs by S plus SVS. Now after simplifying this, our Vs will become 2 by S square plus 2S plus 1, which can be represented as 2 by S plus 1 whole square. Now this is the voltage response in Laplace domain, and after taking its Laplace inverse transform, our Vt will be 2e to the power minus 2t to the power minus t. Right? This is the solution in time domain. So basically these were the application of Laplace transform in time domain. Sorry, Laplace domain, just to solve the circuit. Basically by using Laplace transform, most of the circuit or some complex circuit gets simplified in Laplace domain, and after taking that inverse Laplace transform of that response, we will get the response in time domain easily, while the analyzing circuit in time domain of complex circuits, the solution becomes complex. Now based on this, I would like to give you all an assignment just related to this topic only, means the use of Laplace transform. Consider this circuit. A current source of value 5 ut, a resistor, a capacitor, a resistor in series with a inductor. Its value is 2 ohm, its value is half Henry, its value is 1 farad, and this is 1 ohm. This is V. The question is, find the response V in time domain using Laplace transform. Right, this is the assignment. Just solve it on your own, and we will give the solution or the answer in our description of the next video, or in our next lecture, or in our group. So now I would like to stop here. Thank you.